How's everybody doing? I'm your boyfriend, George Stroumboulopoulos. Very excited about the show. Woo! Oh, it's okay. All right, so I think it's important to note this. It's December the 12th. That means we're in the final 30 minutes before Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th of the year 2013. This is a double 13, which means nothing to most people. Unless you're superstitious, or you're lonely, or you're a Zoroastrian. So it's a great day to be a pagan. Very excited. I put a hand for Mark McMorris, who's going to be on the show today. This guy is taking slopestyle snowboarding to the Sochi Games. I'm so excited to have Mark McMorris in the red chair tonight. It's going to be great. So great. Basically, I just want to see if you can do a 360 front flip with a red chair. That's going to do it. And also, maybe I think we all agree when we say this, may he wear more gold this season than all the Real Housewives of Vancouver put together. Let's deal with the day. So, okay, we would be remiss if we didn't start the debrief with an important celebration. Happy birthday, Bob Barker. Bob Barker. This guy has brought joy to our homes for over 50 years. He's brought joy, a new set of appliances, a year's supply of turtle wax. Whenever anybody says, calm down, you think of Roddy, but really, you think of him. He's been around so long, he was hosting shows during the Red Scare, including the mildly controversial Find the Pinko. This was not a very popular era. How old is Bob? How old is Bob? How old do you think Bob is? Let's find out. Happy birthday, Bob. He's 90 years old. We bought him a present. We brought him 90 years old. We bought you a present, Bob. This is for you. This is Mocha. Mocha. No, we're not going to give Bob the pooch. It's irresponsible to give someone you barely know a dog for Christmas or even for a birthday. But Bob, to honor you, what I'm going to do on this show right now to teach people about responsibility is I'm going to spay the dog right here. Mocha runs away. I'm kidding. I'm not going to spay it. This one's for eating. It's now time for a moment of understanding.
In a complex world, there's one way of doing things. Some would say the right way. There's another way. Some would say the wrong way. We need moments of understanding.
Oh, sorry. We're back. Time for moments of understanding. Okay, what's the right way? Here's the right way. A tip of the hat to Northern Ireland. They've finally allowed same-sex couples to adopt. Hopefully marriage equality is next. That's great. Another right way, Carol Off interviewing Conrad Black about Rob Ford. The conversation was awesome. Listen to this clip here.
You do a lot of research. Do you not think that things should be...
Will you stop harping on that? Yes, I do a lot of research. I'm writing the history of Canada right now. It went thousands of footnotes. I know a lot about research. But I conduct the interviews, and there are other people in that company who do the professional follow-up on that.
You're passing the buck.
No, I'm not passing the buck.
Carol Off is fantastic. She is fantastic. Okay, over here. All right, another right way, starting a career in something respectable like horticulture. The wrong way, starting that career by doing what happened the other day. Stealing a tree that was a sapling of the tree that was outside the house in which Anne Frank hid from the Nazis. And the stolen tree just happened to be planted in front of the Anne Frank School in Frankfurt. In addition to all the other charges, whoever took it should be charged with grievous abuse of irony. It's really difficult to see how anybody's going to laugh at any joke that has the word Anne Frank in it. We're on her side. For the record, another right way, keeping the conversation about Arctic sovereignty in the news. That's important, right? We know it's about oil and gas and minerals in the seabed. Speculation that roughly a quarter of the world's untapped energy resources are there, which is complicated because if there's one thing we know is that the US and the Russians want it, they're gonna get it. It's about the minerals and the resources. It's not about square footage, even though quite often size does matter. But to quote His Worship Mayor Rob Ford, we have more than enough to eat at home.
That's right, George. Canada is so ridiculously oversized, military historians have argued that Confederation was in many ways merely a strategy for the overstretched British Empire to divest itself of protecting what was effectively an indefensible landmass, vulnerable to attack not merely from American ground forces to the south, but from hostile navies both east and west.
Thank you very much, Rashmi Nair from CBC News Network. What do you think of Arctic sovereignty? What do you think of Arctic sovereignty? Oh, Snooch. What, I can't tell if you like that, or what do you think of Arctic? Oh my God, so cute. All right, so that's one way to talk about the North. Here's another one.
Does the North Pole belong to Canada?
I would certainly like to think so, because everyone knows that Santa Claus is Canadian.
Oh. The old Santa Claus's Canadian defense. That'll totally hold up in court. And yes, sure, Santa does live there, but to be fair, he also expenses a place in Saskatchewan. So, why don't we find out what Santa Claus feels about this? We can write him a letter. Let's run. Oh, wait, we can't, because his community mailbox is in Yellowknife, and he won't get it for a long time. So that is another way to talk about the North. Here's another way to talk about the issue of the North and Santa Claus. Dare I say, this one is a little bit more racist.
In Slate, they have a piece on .com. Santa Claus should not be a white man anymore. And when I saw this headline, I kind of laughed, and I said, oh, this is so ridiculous. Yet another person claiming it's racist to have a white Santa, you know? And by the way, for all you kids watching at home, Santa just is white.
That's Megyn Kelly from Fox, obviously. If you think her position on Santa is absolute, just imagine what she thinks of the Tooth Fairy. Any reasonable person will tell you that there's no way of identifying if Santa is white until we see him dance. And that's your debrief. Say bye, Mocha. Say bye, Mocha.